You might be wondering if you should be coining anyone on the Dokkan Festival, STR, Goku, and Vegeta banner, and I think the answer is yeah, for some of these units. That being said, don't forget that there is still going to be rainbow tickets, and as far as we know, we don't know how they work yet. The ticket summons right here, if we scroll down, it says a ticket summon where you can use 50 global tickets to perform a summon that allows you to recruit an SSR character. There's only one featured character for each summon, and that character's summon rate is 44%. They're talking about basically the brand new unit being a 44% chance of you pulling them, but as of right now, we don't know if you could still pull the other featured units on that banner, or if it's just kind of like an unfeatured situation, right? Where it's like, oh, you'll get a featured character, and that's a 44% chance, but if you get the other part, the 56% chance, it's all of the other featured characters on that list. And I think that there probably is like a pretty good chance of that happening, right? And if that does happen, I would say not to coin anyone. Obviously, if you're still summoning, that is another thing of like, don't coin yet, just wait. But we can go ahead and talk about each individual pick and how coinable I think they are. Ajo Gogeta, obviously, like this is just a straight up just coin. I've been saying this for like probably 6 months now, that you should only be coining units that have this brand new leader skill, where you can get the maximum amount of stats, as well as just utilizing a lot of the extra buffs that they give. Instead of the usual 200%, you're getting the extra 250% and then 220 to every other stat. So this guy's, and obviously he's like what, number 2, number 3 in the game, so there's no reason not to coin this unit for sure. That being said, if you like on a limited amount of coins and you had to choose either the Sky or Tech Vegito, I would save your coins for part 2 when Tech Vegito returns. So just keep that in mind. Only coin Gogeta if you have Vegito is what I would say. Super Saiyan Trio, no, that's just a straight up that's an easy skip. Beast Gohan, I think like Beast Gohan can still be good in a lot of different content, and I think that he is still worth it in some extent. But I think that a lot of his offensive capabilities are kind of gone now, and there's been a lot of units who basically can do what Beast Gohan does defensively. At least they at least match it, right? But they just do the attack so much better because Beast Gohan's attack has just fallen off. So it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, you guys should coin Beast Gohan. On top of the fact that he's already been on so many banners at this point, right? So I can't really say, oh yeah, you should coin Beast Gohan. Even though he definitely is, again, worth to have on your team, right? But yeah, I guess when I put it like this, if you had the chance to like coin either Gogeta or Beast Gohan, obviously you're gonna coin Beast Gohan, or not Beast Gohan, you're gonna coin Gogeta instead. So I would say Beast Gohan probably isn't worth the coins. In that regard, like when there's other better options like Tech Gods, again, Ajo Gogeta, there's going to be Tech Vegito in part 2, there's going to be physical Super Saiyan 4s. When you can take those units who are better than Beast Gohan, I think I would probably argue them over Beast Gohan, so I'll probably give him a no. AGL Blues. Then we have Vegeta and Trunks. Now this unit is probably going to get an easy A, whether it be now in part 2 and part 3. So I would wait to see what the kit of this character is going to be before then, before you just go ahead and start coining this unit. So that's just going to be a skip for now. Tech Gods is another character that I think that it's hard for me to recommend for you to coin, because again, it's just a character that doesn't have the brand new leader skill. And you really, like I'm going to keep nailing this point into the head, but you really shouldn't be using your coins on units that don't have that when it opens up so much more options compared to like these older leader skills. Because this one you have to get both conditions, and then and only then do you get 200%. With the new leader skills, you at least bare minimum get 200% HP and the other stats are 170. If you fill both conditions, then you get 250 to HP and 220 to the other stats. So it's a much bigger jump. So I really want to recommend the Tech Gods. And if you have every other of the 10th year anniversary units, if you're fine with getting the Tech Gods because there's someone that you haven't gotten yet and maybe you're a newer player, that's completely fine. I would just say if you already have Tech Vegito, if you already have AJ Gogeta, Tech Gods is definitely a nice option to have. But I would wait to get both of those units first before you think about getting them. Then we have the last two, AGO Rose and Physical Vegito Blue. Now, both of them are incredibly good post EZA or Super EZA. I've seen a lot of showcases on both of them, and they do have a lot of things that make them really, really decent. Primarily the support from Rose, giving the 3 key and 30% just unconditional, as well as being able to get up to 50% damage reduction right here after 2 hits, meaning that you will get a 70% damage reduction. Really, really good. And then if you're running all extreme class characters, or if there's another Future Saga category ally, you're also just guarding as well, which is an insane condition to have, because that means borderline this guy's going to have 20% damage reduction and guarding just base. Then you get hit once and you get an additional 25% damage reduction. You get hit twice, you get an additional 25% damage reduction. When you're most likely going to be putting this guy in a floating slot, that is a decent amount of defense to have. And on top of that, getting 200% defense here when receiving the attack, then getting an additional boost when your HP is less, and that is not a hard condition to get. 70% HP after getting a hit is really, really nice. On top of that, getting the crit support down here as well for 2 turns is a really nice option to have. Physical Vegito Blue, just getting so much damage for every single attack he performs, able to put this guy in the most like basic attack slots, or the slot that's getting the most basic attacks, being able to just pop so much damage for free. Because you're also getting the 60% damage reduction here. He has the 20% here against normals, and then when you receive a super attack, you actually have a 50% chance of dodging, and if your HP is below 70%, it's actually an 80% chance of dodging. So he has a lot of things that make him good, as well as this too, the 40% attack and defense support for 2 turns, the attack effectiveness all types, even just giving that little minor boost for 1 turn of 40% attack and defense as well is really, really good. That being said, it's another situation of like, these guys are like 150 coins, so yes, they are cheaper, but there's already a free thing that you could be getting them with, which is why I wouldn't really recommend getting them with coins, because of, let's see if I can find it real quick. It's the like memorial stones that they did for this year. Where is it? Is it not like, I could just go to like the details of the actual campaign and we can find it like that. No, it's special battle. Let me just pull it up real quick. Here we go. Here we go. The Global Dragonstone 2025 collecting campaign. So far, we were able to get, I believe it was 50 from the countdown celebration and first logins and all that. And then you're able to get like a couple more via the missions. Don't forget that they are going to be giving even more later on too. I don't believe Dokkan Info does it where you can show what it trades in for. Oh, it does. They did. Okay, awesome. This is good. So I'm almost positive that physical, or yeah, here we go. When you could trade 4 characters for this anyways, why not just do it there? That being said, again, remember that there is going to be more Super EZAs in part 2 when there's a high likelihood of it being GT. There's a high likelihood of it being the STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I would hold off on using your Memorial Stones and collecting those characters right now when there could be better Super EZA options down the line. Obviously, if you're a big Future fan, that's completely fine. Just go ahead and coin these units, or not coin, but use the Memorial Stones on these units anyways. But regardless, do not use coins. Use the Global Dragon Stones instead, because they're given to you for free. They've given a lot. They're giving more through missions. Just use them on these characters that you can get the Super EZAs on, rather than something where it's just like the red coins are going to be able to get you a brand new unit instead, right? I think that those are more valuable than using the Global Dragon Stones. But we'll go ahead and stop there. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.